YouTube, ¿qué pasa? Welcome back to another Bleach Brave Souls video. Now today is gonna be all about a topic which I've been getting asked quite frequently. Um, is it still worth playing Bleach Brave Souls in 2022? Because the game is now, what, 2016? So the game is now over 7 years old. Yeah. So we've just recently had the 7th anniversary, and a lot of things have changed since the game has aired back in 2016 up until now. I mean, we're talking about graphical things even, and structural things in the game. New game modes have been introduced into the game. New loads of characters have been introduced into the game. The way this game used to be in co-op, for example, has completely changed. The, there are a few things that have basically remained the same since the beginning. For example, Brave Battles have never really changed. Like the same format kind of for Brave Battles have existed since day one, since Brave Battles came out. And yeah, that kind of, I personally would say sucks, because I would have liked them to maybe change it a bit around, maybe optimize a bit more. I don't know, maybe make it possible so people can use, that's my personal take on the matter. Maybe people can use something like 6 characters in a team, for example. That would make it crazy for building teams. Like, imagine having to build a team with 6 characters, having to, for example, with the current meta, it would be so difficult at first building the right team composition, then looking what your opponents have, and then going back to counteracting that. That would be a real hard um, challenge, definitely. But that's one thing that I personally would like to change. Obviously, there are a few reward kind of systems. For example, if you head to shops and summons, under shop, you have your friends points, and these have more or less stayed the same since day one. You get in trash materials really offered, which have nowadays not much use anymore with most people being able to farm point events. But those are like some of the smaller things. Apart from that, the game is very diverse. I mean, we're talking about a game like which has so much to do. For example, let me just open one character. Now, this game is very deep. Like, you have a lot of things to consider. Now, first of all, character building. The character building in this game is one of the best I've seen, definitely for gacha games, because first of all, you get in a 5-star character, then you're leveling up to 200, completing a soul tree. After you complete a soul tree, you gotta awaken the character. So once he's level 100, pardon me, you awaken the character, then you make it to 6-star, then you're able to finish him up to level 200. In order to do that, you gotta augment the character with a lot of different other lower characters in order for him to break his level cap, then upgrade the soul tree, unlock extra skills, and then you have him level 200. But that's not where it stops. Like, if that's where it stopped, the game would be kind of boring, and that's the way it used to be right at the beginning. There wasn't none of that. T10, T15 that came a bit after, but that is just one thing. Then it starts with collecting dupes of a character, unlocking these extra slots right here. That's one thing. Then trying to get the perfect roll on the last slot is another thing. Then you have link slots. You want to be building up your link slots, and I mean these, to a total of level 20, and that takes a lot of gold and other resources. So the character building in this game really is very good. Then there is accessories. Accessories are a huge part of the game. I mean, accessories. Let's just go to accessories, and yeah, reset them all. So accessories are a huge part of the game. I mean, if you don't have your accessories right, the game is going to be even harder. If you have perfect accessories, good rolls on everything, then you will be able to reach even further level of power for your characters. And that is, like I said, one huge thing in the game, which Caleb did very good. I mean, we've already got 2 great points: character building and accessories. The accessory system in this game is great. And what I like about this game compared to some other games, you focus with dupes, for example, only on characters. With with um, with building accessories, you don't have to get like extra accessory dupes in order to make an accessory to 6 star or something. That would be just stupid. That would be stupid. The way it is now, it is perfect. That, I must say, in all honesty, is very good. And now we've already spoken about 2 great points, which is character building and accessory building. Now let's talk about the quest parts of this game. Now you have different game modes. You have story mode, obviously the standard story in normal and hard. There are some rumors around, I don't know if they are confirmed, that Caleb is going to be introducing in future very hard quests. If that's the case for story, then that would be great. That's even more orbs. If that's not the case, then it is what it is. It is a rumor, but that would be one thing. But anyways, you have your story mode. Then you have your sub stories. Sub stories are like the name says, sub stories that have appeared either in the anime or in the manga and can be played similar to story mode. Then you have Chronicle Quest, which is basically a series of 3 parts where you do different quests with different characters, which are required to be played for certain stages, and then it's mainly used for farming. So Chronicle Quest is one of those quests that will be part of your Bleach Brave Souls adventure from day one till the last day, because you will always have to farm Chronicle quests in order to level up your characters further in the future. Then you have events. Events, under the event sections, you have a lot of events that are limited time quests, for example, your point events, for example, your cone XP trials and stuff. So yeah, that's one thing, the limited time quest. Then you have your power up quest, which is mainly consisting of quests that give out materials to power up your characters to a certain stage. And then you have raids, which give you characters that are needed to complete your soul trees from level 100, from level 1 to 150. So in order to unlock the skills for certain characters. So that is one part of the character building, but also nice to have it as a gameplay mode. Then you have difficult quests, which are a bit challenging than the rest of the PVE content. And here you have quests which are relevant until the meta endgame. So difficult quests is not something you might be able to start from the beginning with, but once you're there, it will be something you will be having to play till basically till the end meta game and keep on playing it, because you get materials in this section that you will always need. Now that's as far as the events go. Then you have Senkaimon, which is another game mode that comes once a month, where it's like it says a Senkaimon, which is like a staircase that you just climb up in order to reach the top gate. And that is exactly what Senkaimon is. It's one stage after another, each increasing in difficulty. You have a certain time limit of beating the stage and get rewards for that. And once you reach the final stage, you get a 5-star ticket and so forth. So that's very nice. And that is also very crucial for endgame, because most people that have reached the end game rely on their monthly orb sources, and Senkaimon gives you every month reliable orb sources for the normal and hard stages, and now with the new Oblivion stages. And that's like one of the things I like about this game. Senkaimon is one of the most fun gameplay modes in this game for me personally, because I like, for example, playing the hard game modes, and I like trying different character builds and different combinations out and see what works best. My goal is to make in future a few videos on Senkaim on how I try to do, like, for example, speedrun. So let me know down below in the comments what you think of those kind of videos for the future, and what builds I'm going to be using for each stage. Now, next is co-op. obviously co-op is playing with other people together, and I personally think compared to a lot of other games, Bleach Brave Souls has a very good co-op system, even though it still can be even more improved. It has a great co-op system. That's what my personal opinion is. Yes, they've kind of messed it up lately with the whole bonus pot meta and stuff, which is just so annoying. Like you have a bonus pot meta unit, but you can't play with the unit you like because you're forced to play with the pot unit because you want to get more materials, which is just a circle, a never-ending circle, which is just so annoying. But it is what it is. Apart from that, the co-op system is pretty good. Then you have epic raids, which is like for a certain time period in a month, a certain boss enemy appears, which you fight in a group of 6 and try to defeat that enemy in order to get materials, coins, and stuff to level up a certain thing, which is called familiar. And familiar, that's another thing we're going to be talking about. Familiars are like your pet, sort of, which is staying with you, and you can equip them with skills and level them up, similar to your character building. They have a soul tree that you level up with the coins you get through epic raids, and that's basically like a pet, sort of. It just stays with you. Like if you go back to the main screen, then you can see already down here my little baby Keisuke familiar. He's just staying there, and he just stays with me all the time. Like when you're doing a quest, he is right behind you and is walking with you, and he's not doing nothing. He's just there, and that's basically just it. But the power boost he's given, for example, full stamina damage, he's given in epic raids. So he will also help you increase dealing more damage, which is a nice feature to have in the game. Then you have your guild system, which is obviously like in most games you have guild quests, or guild is, let's say, weekly ranks. I would have loved for them to introduce something like once a month a huge guild event where you can, like, I don't know, register at a certain time, and then let's say at the end of the month fight like a huge guild boss. Let's say it's something like Ice, and all of the guild members have to try to take him down, similar to the way Epic Raids is built up. And that is my opinion. That would be a nice idea. Like that would be a great idea, having something like that in Guild Quest, because the way it is now, if you go into it, so the way is now you get free tries at doing your guild quests, which is consistent of normal and hard guild quests. You have your members, and you are able to get obviously soul tickets through sending aid and receiving aid. Up to a total of 20, I think, a week. Then you have the possibility you get like boosts through the guild. So if you go to guild details, you have here your guild effects, which are up at a certain stage, where you get like a coin discount for character powering ups, for example, for your soul trees and stuff. Then you have damage plus in quests, damage plus in battles, and damage plus in guild quests. So that is one thing that is good. And you don't have to spend extra materials on upgrading like these kind of guild effects like it is in a lot of other games, which is very nice. But like I said, I would have loved them to introduce something like that guild event, which comes every month once, where you fight like a huge boss with 20 people and try to defeat him and make it worthwhile with giving out good accessories. Then we have Arena, which is another PvP game mode, which is basically like you're going into the arena, you're fighting with a team of 3 against another team of 3, and all the time on the map you're basically on an open map and you're running, and enemies will be spawning over and over again for a certain time limit, and it's all about collecting points and trying to steal the opponent's points in order to win. So that is a game mode which they've introduced, I think, what was it, a year ago now. In my opinion, not one of my favorite game modes. I don't like playing arena. I usually don't play at all, apart from if I have orders to complete. But it is for some people more liking to than others. So yeah, that's just like I said, that's another game mode which is there. Then you have, for example, the possibility of collecting a lot of rewards of collecting points, for example, with the point events under the limited events quests, which is one of the ways of further increasing the value of your account with getting loads of materials. So the material grinding is obviously a huge part of this game. Like, this game is all about collecting characters, upgrading them, collecting materials in order to upgrade your character. So that's basically the core of the game. And obviously, it's a gacha summoning game. So you have your gacha summoning system. Now, if you head over to characters, then you have here your banners that you can summon on, depending what characters you like. Like, there is a general rule of thumb: never summon on these character selections or premium summons. Always try and summon maybe on good reruns. For example, this Daddy Ichigo and Mama Oretsu, which is a good rerun banner, and both units are very solid. Or summon on characters like these, which are PvP meta, or good end of month units. For example, this banner here, 13 squad summons, I wouldn't personally summon on this banner ever. That's just not a useful banner, and consisting mainly of mid-month units. And that is one thing also to understand. In order to get good units throughout your history of playing this game, be mindful of what you summon on, because once you reach a certain threshold, your orbs will not be starting to come as frequently as in the beginning. So that's one point to note for all those beginners out there. And then obviously you have your ways of getting accessories. Obviously you have your standard methods of buying packs for real money and buying other things for real money. Then you have your exchange shops, which are ways of exchanging medals you gain from other game modes, for example, Chronicle quests and epic raids, in order to exchange them for rewards, which is a good system too. So all in total, I can safely say Bleach Brave Souls is a very good game, even in 2022. Considering the game is over 7 years old, it's still a good standard game, even for nowadays standards. I think they've come a long way from improving the game to what it is now. Yes, there are a lot of points that could still be improved, but as a Bleach fan myself, I love playing this game just because of my favorite characters being in there, and it's a lot of fun. The fighting system in the game is also something different compared to other games. I mean, in this game, the dynamic during the gameplay is lovely. Like, you can move around, do your flash stabs from the game, choose your strong attacks, do normal attacks. That is just great. And if you look at the animations, like for a game from 2016, the game just looks nice. I mean, if that isn't looking sick, then I don't know what is looking sick. Like, this game is definitely on par with other great games from nowadays, and I think arguably definitely one of the best anime or even gacha games that has ever been released for mobile. So my conclusion is definitely a great game. Caleb has done a great job with this game, to be fair, in all honesty. Like mentioned before, yes, there are things that can be improved even further, but every game has things that can be improved further. No game that I've ever played has been perfect in every regard. So the same thing is for Bleach Brave Souls in 2022. It is very, very free to play friendly. In fact, you can play the game completely without paying any money whatsoever and still be competitive in the meta end game, if that's what you're wanting to. So yes, the game is very, very F2Pay friendly. So all those people that are saying all gacha games are pay to win, go look at Bleach Brave Souls and tell me if the game is really pay to win. And that concludes my video. Let me know down below in the comments what you think. As a Bleach Brave Souls player, do you think the game is good even now, or do you wish for better? Or are you completely disagreeing with me and saying I'm chatting trash and the game isn't as good as I made it look to be? And don't forget to smash the like button if you liked my video. And thanks for joining again. I'll see you guys next time.